What's cracking, y'all? Happy hump day. Welcome. It's time for No Noise. I am Z-Rex. It is 4/17, 2024, just shy of 11 in the AM. Hope y'all's week's been all right so far. I know everyone's kind of freaking out, man. Just don't freak out, man. It's all good in the hood. Although it is getting a little bit breachy on the daily. Pretty nasty. Let's see. Some pretty big corrections across the board. I think we're probably off like 30% off most coins, unless it's a total shit coin. Those are off 50% or more. Let's see. Anything else standing out? Russell still getting pounded on. Tranny's breaching some lows. VVIX still staying at 100. That's very notable. Oil kind of selling off a little bit. Possibly a little bit surprising. Oh, what else do we got that kind of stands out? Gold cracking 24 hundo. Those are kind of the ones that are standing out to me the most, is VVIX. Oil falling. I guess it's calling bullshit on the Iran crap. Of course. It always leads up to that point and rallies with it, and then sell the news event. Like the halving. Hey, that could have never happened, right? Gold, yeah, looking pretty nice. Dollar, where is TNX at? Still staying above 460. Actually, it's at 4609. Hell yeah. All right, let's get right into it. And we are going to go over a 50% chart here in a second. I was mistaken in the last few videos. I talked about the 20%. It is indeed actually 50%, so that is my bad. So disregard all that previous minimal chatter about that, and we will, what they put memory usage now on the bottom of the tab thing. Sorry, my ADD just kicked in. Anyway, let's get into it, starting with the total market cap. And we never got over the 290-ish, 3 trillion. It's pretty much 3 trillion flat, really. And all the money flowing in. We talked about this the last couple videos. Just all the money flowing in. Everyone's hoorah, hoorah, freaking dumb ETFs. And it's like, well, that ain't showing on market cap. So something is a little bit off, right? Well, maybe it was, and we're getting this liquidation break. As of now, it is still considered that as a deeper liquidation break. We'll look at that on the Bitcoin chart where it's more notable. But yeah, as you can see here, we are breaching this little trend line, but we are still atop all this business at around, let's call it the 2 to 220 trillion level. There should be a lot of support there. Shit coins obviously taking a little shit on themselves. Let's see where that was at. Was that the infamous 886 zone? 786 zone? Oh yeah, just shy of it. Interesting. Okay. So, but again, right at this horizontal at the 1 trillion level, and then the 21 EMA is just a little bit lower than that. So, pretty much I'd say like 950 to like 110, something like that, is a comfortable range to chill in. Getting below 950 though would be nasty. Let's go to dominance real quick. We just haven't looked at it in a while. Bitcoin dominance still creeping up. Look at that, y'all. Taking the reign. Which is not surprising, because a lot of shit coins have dumped very hard, especially the meme coins. My God. I hope none of y'all got trapped in the meme coin hype of, oh, Solana shit coins. Oh, Doge, Elon, Doge, 2 Doge, Moon, Whiff, Doge hat. Which we had been talking about as a concern for a while on the channel, that, man, that's usually in the latter stages of the bull markets. So still kind of a little concerning there for me, as excuse me, as the sentiment was just so uber bullish with those meme coins pumping. That sucks. Is this time different? I know it's famous last words. We've said it a bunch of times on the show, but it has been different here. We've got breaching the trend line. We've got all-time highs before the halving, and meme coins pumping super hard. All those are late cycle indicators. So is this like a concentrated, like super fast? Oh, sorry, the hiccups are kind of getting me a little bit. Is this like a concentrated, super fast Bitcoin epoch? Man, that would be interesting. And time will only tell on that one. We can only speculate. And right now, we have to let price guide us. And a little bit on that, this open and closed below yesterday, below the 55, pretty nasty. And now we are taking out the 20th. These are very important candle structures right here. And Bitcoin is attempting to break today the daily structure. So that is not that great. We were talking Monday that we need to see bulls kind of step up right here, or we might have some caution and a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, regardless, I can't find it right now in the Rolodex of words. But as this breaches the daily, this is a little bit concerning if we start getting too comfy down here. Like on Monday, we were like, man, we don't want price acceptance on these lows, which is exactly what we got. We actually even got rejection of any bullish action off of this candle, which looked pretty good. And then immediate rejection, open and close below the 55, and continuation. So let's pull up the oscillators. Let's go look at them. See what they're doing over here. Maybe. Yeah, nothing on the RSI, just weakness. And Bears trying to assert their dominance here, although they don't quite have it. They're just shy of the power zone. Tried to get in it the other day on the Saturday dump, but trying to get into the power zone here, and not quite there. Just real close. Let's see here. This is an interesting candle. If we can open and close below 61,000, that's kind of nasty. We do have the halving coming up on Friday. I believe it's still scheduled for Freitag. We actually have a busy week here, or next week or so, like from today to next Wednesday, because we've got the halving, over this weekend. And then we also have FOMC next week, which they're still saying is going to hold steady at flat on the rates, which who knows what the hell they're going to say. Yeah, whatever. Inflation's hot. It's going up. We all see it. I went to one of my favorite restaurants again the other day, and prices across the whole menu were up another $1, $2. I mean, it's getting to the point to go out to eat anywhere, even like a fast food place is $15, $20 a person. I mean, it's pretty damn crazy, man. Yeah, let's not go down that rabbit hole. It's depressing. All right. And the food quality sucks too. All right, jumping off of that before I get too far. On the FOMC talk, I'm sorry, it's in 2 weeks. My bad. It's on the 1st of May. But anyway, so in 2 weeks, that one is 96% probability to stay where we're at now in the 5/4, 5/2 range. And it doesn't drop until June's meeting to 83%. But you know what's funny? None of them even have markers for 550 to 75, like raising the rates. And I looked earlier before the stream, and I went all the way out to April of next year, and there's nobody thinking that that could ever possibly happen. It's all lower, which is kind of interesting, but the market's really confused. And I can show you this here real quick. Let me pull it over. And the market's real confused here. Oh, they have crypto tab now? Of course they do. You can see as time goes out, the uncertainty rises. We got 55 to 38. They think it's going down, more down, just all the way down now to 4 1/4. That could happen, but I do think there'd have to be a real big correction, like very large. You can see here, down, but none of them are higher than 550, which is kind of interesting to me. So I don't know. Let's not read into it too much. Let's go back to price action. Let's see here. Nasty candles, though. This is not super sexy. Let's go to the 458. Do we have any kind of divergence or anything? A little bit. Yeah, we do have a little bit on the DMI from here to here to here. And that is 3 stabs. So, I mean, that's something. And, that would be not super surprising to see it kind of pump a little bit for the halving hype. Now, is it going to make new highs off of that is the question, I think, that we're all wondering. And I'm not too convinced of that. There's just too many things against the Bulls right now, and they're not showing up. I mean, I know everybody wants them to show up and thinks they're here all the way, but they are not showing in price. It just ain't happening. And right now, we really and truly are just in consolidation range mode still. With today potentially breaking the range, though. So let's see how today closes. But the pressure is on for sure. Because, I mean, if you go back to total market cap, I mean, what is this? Over $500 billion has come out of the market now from the all-time highs. So, a lot of profit taken, which, is kind of what is expected, especially after it's been up for almost, what is it, a year, pretty much? Yeah, about a year now. It's just been mostly straight up outside this long consolidation, but mostly up and to the right. Weekly, still looking okay. It's above the 21 weekly. You already know that's kind of a real easy pivot point cheat code. If we start getting below the 21 EMA, hold on, let's go to Mama Bear where we're supposed to be. If we start getting below the 21 EMA, which is about 55K or so, that would be real nasty, and we could easily go to 42,000, and then that's when it really starts messing structure up. Now, I don't think that that's in the cards quite yet, as we are still just above this and just taking a little bit of a breather. We still got 4 days to close. A lot of shit can happen in 4 days. I mean, let's see. Oh, wow, we just breached 60K. It's going to zero. That's it. All right, we're done with the stream. Bitcoin's over. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Just joshing, obviously. Some nasty selling, though. Let's keep moving on to these other charts. There is major support in the mid-50s from here, so... building, though, below, like, 60K, 61K, man, that's not bueno for the Bulls. See if we have confluence everywhere. Yep, we're breaking these lows. Let's go to the weekly. Yep, breaking the lows. Although... oh, excuse me. It doesn't look that bad on the weekly here. I mean, you're still above this kind of little tail, kind of just consolidating, so. And still well above the 21. We got confluence on that, though, so that's nice in the mid-50s on the weekly. Let's go to GBDC. What's it doing? It's still above. Shut up, phone. Sorry. It's still above the... or I guess technically it's not, but it's just barely breaching right now the 55 EMA. Let's go to the weekly on this. Yeah, still held up over here at this low of 53.35. What do we hit today? 53.11. Oh, 311. Good support at about upper 40s, like 48-ish. Let's see. 2 days, y'all, to the halving and $1 billion Bitcoin. Or 5 trillion is what Tim Draper said. Dude, so dumb. Could it be 5 trillion? Anything could happen. Is that probable? Fuck no. Hell no, man. Dude, if Bitcoin is $5 trillion, like, we actually don't even want that. That means a dollar is probably worth, we're probably in Zimbabwe, Argentina, Weimar hyperinflation, if that would be the case. And that would be chaos. I don't think most people want that. That would be very disruptive. Anyway, back to Grayscale. Barely holding on here. Bears trying to assert dominance now after we talked Monday where it was just this chop fest. We're battling above the power zone, which is kind of rare. And so now the Bears are asserting their full dominance at this point. Let's go see the futures. Ew, lost that 3,100 level. What's after that? Well, there isn't really good support until about 25? About 2,500? Actually, hold on. Let me say actually one more time. There's actually a little... Son of a bitch. That last one, I slipped. That was kind of funny. Anyway, the support level is at 2,900. On the weekly. So there is actually some really, god damn it, there is some really good support around 2,900. Not too shabby. Let's see here. 26. Yeah, so 29, man, the Bulls should definitely defend right here and snap this back above 31 for the halving, I would assume. Maybe even up to like 33, and that's what the real test is going to be. Because if they fail there again and roll back over, I mean, it's pretty probable this goes into the mid 2000s. Pretty nasty chart on Ethereum, man. On the daily. Weekly, looks fine. Daily, ooh, you're like, damn, is that it? Is it over? We going back to zero again? In the crypto land, Bitcoin's going to zero like, every other year or something like that. Litecoin. Oh, look at Litecoin's actually staying bid right here. That's surprising. Interesting. It is actually not going down. Damn it. That's a stupid word. Only when you do these live streams and stuff and talk out loud like this, you like realize some of the dumb crap you say and some of the vocabulary you use. It's kind of funny. Anyway, lots of support right here in the mid 70s. Should not breach like 73. Below that is back into shit range of 64 to 74, and that would suck balls for the Bulls. Right now, though, interesting strength being shown on the daily by Litecoin. Charlie is actually holding up its tweezers. Bitcoin's not even doing that. Very surprising move by Charlie here. Very surprising move. Huh. Is this a good buying opportunity? I mean, probably. It was good Monday. It's good today. I mean, it's getting lots of higher tails here, so that's pretty good. Staying right above mega support. This should not go below 74 if Bulls have any kind of strength here. Let's go to the weekly. Closed right on the 21 and 55. Man, if you look at the weekly, though, it is just a long, big-ass range without another high on the attempt here. As we talked Monday, that's like the most concerning part about this on the weekly. But as long as we're staying above 74, it's okay. Not great, but it's okay. This is an interesting spot here for ETC, kind of hanging out right above 24. Really needs to hold that area. XRPZ at 48. Man, it's holding it. Interesting that Bitcoin is one of the bigger sell-offs today. That's kind of surprising. A lot of support here at 48. You already know what's up. Losing 48. Shit. I mean, that could easily go down to 30 handle. Anywhere in the 30 handle. If we did lose that. XLM needs to hold 10. Interestingly enough, it is staying bid right here. Kind of like Litecoin and garlic bread. And that's actually really surprising, huh? So maybe this is towards the end of this sell-off, and we're about to get a little relief rally here. All right. Let's see if Tron tells us that. Yeah, Tron also staying kind of flat here. Really needs to hold that 10.5 cent level. Below that, you're starting to breach the bottom end of this box. And then there isn't even really good support till like low 8s. So that could be a big sell-off there if we breach 10.5. DOT is also kind of staying bid. Man, if Bitcoin sells off anymore and doesn't get a snap reaction from here, these things are going to dump. I mean, that's just what it is. We are getting a little bit of a bounce on Bitcoin, up about $1,000 after breaching that 60K level. So that's about what we should be seeing here from the Bulls to stay inside the range, at least on the daily. While the weekly still look good, you see weakness from the lower time frames creep up. And so we don't want, as a bullish position, we don't want to see that building into the higher time frames. ADA, kind of same thing. Most of these charts look the same. Real good support at about 42. And then upper 30s. Link Marines. Yeah, they ain't really doing shit. They're just chilling. Decent support, though, right here at about 12.5. EOS. Good support at 69. Hell yeah. A lot of these altcoins aren't selling off yet because they're waiting for Bitcoin to confirm breaching 60K is pretty much my consensus on that. And until it does that, they'll probably just kind of lollygag on the lows of these candles, which also sucks too for the bulls because that's price acceptance on the lower end of range. which will creep up into higher time frames at some point. Jesus, man, what the hell? My hiccups and stuff and whatever are cereal. There it is again. Man, what is going on? Sorry. Up and to the right so far. This actually just looks perfectly fine. I don't have any issues. It's one of the better looking charts. Higher highs, higher lows. This weekly closes above like 420. We're probably going to get Chrono Cross going on. Let's go to the daily. A lot of support in the low 400s. So until we breach that, meh, whatever. BSV trying to hold on here. So hold 60, 62 bucks. If not, like 50 is the next spot on that. Really need to get back above this horizontal at 75. XMR is actually staying sideways in bid. Interesting there. Didn't lose its little tweezer February structure at about 110. So above 110, it actually does look okay. Would I bet the farm on it? Definitely not. But, yeah, above the 1-teens, hey, that's definitely an argument for entry, but don't expect too much as privacy coins are not the hot thing right now. Let's see here. Yeah, barely holding on. Needs to hold really like 20. Really needs to hold 20 on here. Dash, man, poor privacy coins. Back into its stupid range box. I mean, 28 to 24. So, till it gets out of that, it's range mode again. Doge, look at it hovering above its horizontal. The 14-cent handle is very important for Doge. We breached that. This thing could easily drop all the way down to 9 cents. Would that create an epic buying opportunity? Yeah, probably. Most likely. Let's go to the weekly. Bulls really should be able to defend right here, though. If they are worth a shit at all, they most likely won't let it even get below the teens. Let's see. STX selling off. Line in the sand at about 2015-ish. Below that, 170 support. True. Whoa, damn. See, this actually is showing a lot of relative strength. I haven't seen a shitcoin yet doing this. Very interesting. Holding up that 10-cent level is actually very sexy on this chart. Wow. All right. TrueFi. Okay. A little bit of resistance on this trend line right here. And obviously that 13-cent level. But nice reaction on the daily. A lot more better than a lot of the other coins, that's for sure. The slow bleed is real in XRD. Radix just can't really get anything going. It pumps above the 55, sells off immediately. That's kind of its MO. Looks okay above. Again, we're pretty much at all these mega horizontals. So bulls, Monday it was like we're approaching them, and it's like looking kind of nasty. If we accept prices on the lows, then they'll probably go to those horizontals, which we're getting now. Short 2 days later. And so, in that case, here we are. So, bulls, do your job, or bears going to take your ass to the cleaners. Good support on this in the mid-threes, just consolidation. This one actually looks pretty damn sexy. I mean, higher highs, higher lows. Very nice uptrend, while it just kind of flags out up here on between the 21 and the 200. A lot of support in the mid-threes. Atom, Dump Fest 3000. Poor Atom. It actually does not really look super great below like 840. It actually kind of looks shitty below 840. Same with Osmos. Looks pretty damn nasty below $1. Until it gets back above $1, this chart is damaged, man. There ain't no... It looks like, look, it went sideways for a long time. Everything else pumped. It pumped early, and everything else came in and did follow through pumps. And Osmos sniffed it out and was like, nope. Tron and Osmos, man, give kudos to them for sniffing out the weakness. There is some good support at about 70s. So between like mid 70s and $1 is very much range position, and until we really start building back over $1, pretty nasty chart. Telegram's coin is still actually looking pretty good. It's above its daily. This one is one of the highest relative strength coins. Above 5.5 actually looks very sexy, man. Not too shabby. Matic death. No. Nasty Saturday sell-off below this trend line again. I mean, this one actually does look kind of nasty below 75 cents, to be fair. Wow, it's down 50% from its highs. Brutal. 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 ES. Open and closed yesterday below the 55. Nasty. This is getting into free fall mode here. Good support, or decent support around 49 flat. And then there isn't major support until all the way in the mid 4700s. So let's go to the weekly. 49. Yeah, so 49 handle should provide a little bit of resistance. Or I'm sorry, a little bit of support off that 21, but not great. Not great. Bears are just, they're like, hey, you forgot about us. Well, yeah, everybody did when it's been going up since Halloween of last year. Like almost everything across the board has just been up, 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 up. Good support in the mid 17s on the weekly. Below that, though, man, we lose like 17.5. We're probably going to 16.5. I mean, it's pretty aggressive selling right here. The one thing that is interesting, though, is the Bears aren't even in the power zone off this move, which is kind of surprising. After all this selling, they don't even have the momentum yet. That's kind of odd. The Dow has been was kind of the canary earlier when this happened, and it got DMI above 26 and was showing weakness well before everything else. And now we are at a support zone, though. We're back inside of this little range. If I bring that over, you can see this is actually a really good range right here for re-entries off this structure. Technically speaking, also right around the 21, so that's nice. What would make that null and void is anything back below 37.5. We get even probably a few 3-hour candles below there. Definitely a daily. We're probably going to 36 flat. So, Rut Dog selling off like just a bitch. Let's go to the weekly. Man, yeah, it looks like it's going to deep retrace all the way to mid. Hold on, are we at 60s? Oh, we are. This is actually a super good support zone for Russell. Last year, I made this trade a bunch, buying and fading, depending if you're on the... Dude, what is wrong? Why am I yawning so much? Because the oxygen is not in my brain right now. The Bears are taking that out too, I guess. Anyway, that's been a real good trade, is pivoting off that 1960s handle. Is it going to be the same now? Probably. Probably. You can see in the 3-hour all these pivot zones off of there. And they're pretty good. These are real good swing trades. So you got pretty much 20, 30 points each way. So that's interesting right there. And look, we are getting the bulls starting to creep back into the they're out of the forgotten zone and they're in the weak zone now. So see if they can get in the neutral zone, as we are getting a little bit of divergence here too. So that's interesting. Oh man, ooh, the trannies just accelerated. Are they in a support? Yeah, they are in a support zone. Mid 14s is okay. So bulls definitely need to step up their game, like pretty much right here across the board. Monday was like there's still a little leeway. Today, though, it's kind of the line in the sand, or we're going to get, another 5-10% on majors and shit coins. Probably will be in the double-digit percenters. So, let's see. VIX still staying very big. At the top of range, though. So, again, kind of going into the narrative of we're right there at these major pivot points. This is where bulls definitely should be stepping up if they have any strength left in them, or if the Bears have just totally crushed them. We'll see. But yeah, just confluence kind of across the board there. Same with VVIX right around 100. That's its pivot point. You can see it dipped yesterday below 94, which is kind of odd because we were still selling off. And then it's like, wait, what? VIX is going down with market go down? What? Let's see. VIX futures Still looking fairly good above about 16.5. Oil, here we go. Trend line, nasty sell-off on oil. Look at that, guys. Huh. Now, this is a bounce zone. Man, everything is at major pivot points right now, man. Very interesting. Let's go to USO real quick. I'm just curious. Where's USO at? No, not USDO. Okay. All right. What about XLE? Let's see. Okay. A lot of yeah, it's also right on top of that 93 zone. Interesting. So, this definitely is a major support zone, just like almost everything where we're at. That is very wild. Confluence across all markets. Don't see that super often. Because it's even like that with gold and stuff, too. Interesting. Well, this might be a real good buying opportunity. I would definitely nibble on this if I was looking to get long oil with the stop of like 82-ish flat. Maybe 81.50. Going to be a little bit more aggressive, but we still got Chrono Cross and lots of support in the 82 handle. Remember, that 82 handle is the pivot point and has been for a long time. And so now we're above it. So now previous resistance should be support. Nat gas, boring, just flagging out down there. TNX staying bid as hell. I mean, it went up to the top end of our range almost, shy by a few pennies. But this is the range, y'all. 52, 74 till it's out of there. It's going to kind of hold pressure on markets, but it probably won't go to the next leg until that goes over. Dollar and damn it. Dollar and gold rallying hard together. Don't see that very often, do you? It's also at the major resistance point. Big pivot points across the board on almost all tradables. Very interesting spot to be in. So, but hey, it's in a range, 23, 24, 80-ish. So, hey, that's a great range to be in. Consolidation up here would probably be the best play for long term for bulls if they want to go up and stab to the next target, which is over here at about 2,800. Silver kind of lollygagging up here. Anything back below 27.70 is probably going to sell off another $1 or so, maybe even a couple dollars. So that's kind of the pivot point there. And obviously, conversely, above like 28.20, probably get some follow through. Man, yeah, the platinum at another pivot point on a chrono cross. This actually looks beautiful for a re-entry. And I think that's about it. Let's go to blockchain stuff. Nasty on our index here. Line in the sand about 1150. Don't go below that. Is that confluence with this? Yes, it is. About 11 flat, 11.12, whatever. So 11 to 1150. Again, is this just liquidation breaks to test structure to build the chart up nicely? Very well could be. That's Bull's best case scenario right now. I think the worst case scenario is this has just been all hype before the halving. It's so easy. Now you just buy and make millions of dollars. And then, nope, just kidding. Get slappeth. Let's see what do we got. All these are selling off hard. Mara, Coors, everything just in the gutter, man. Wow, Hut all the way down. Freaking brutal, man. Brutal. MicroStrategy off its highs a lot. Wow, it's almost off half. Holy crap, dude. 42%. Hey, that's where it should stop, right? 42 mean power. All right, let's go to this 50% thing because this will come to fruition probably within the year. And so I've noticed that I posted this a couple of years ago now. Wow. In 2021, 50% corrections have called the tops of every single Bitcoin market. The only one that it was a little bit different was actually this one. We can actually play this out and show you. Oh, shite. You can actually see here, it pumped real hard to make pretty much equal highs. Huge bull trap. But it was the end, though, right? So, and then if we do it again, even off of that, it did it again, too. Here, look at that. That's 50, pretty much. Oh, crap. That's pretty much, shit, sorry. That's 50% down from here, and it called the top. So it still holds true for the most part, I would say. And the average time from this, as you can see, sorry, is here. These first days, the text version of the chart. The first number, the days to the new trend. The second number is max max P, max pain is the max drawdown from that cycle, and the percent is the recovery percent from that drawdown before rolling over into a bear market. So you can see the rebounds were huge most of the time. 26%, 42%, 270, 150, 300. This could actually be updated right now on 2021s. Let's see what that is real quick, actually. It would be about 138, so in line with the other ones. You know, it's pretty much either 30, 40, or like 150, 200, roughly, if we're averaging it out. If you take the average of all of them, it's 100% rebound with an 85% drawdown and 650 days to the next cycle. So if we're in that zone right now, if we want to go look for that 50% drawdown, let's see. 50%, hold on, going over here, Bitcoin. 50% from here, I believe, would be what, like 35 or something like that? Let's see. Yeah, 35, which actually coincides with a, oh, here, hold on, let's make this to where you can see it, and it stays. Which actually coincides with this horizontal in the mid-30s. How funny is that? How funny is that? Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think that that's in the cards right now, but we do need to just be aware. We're in that cycle now. We're in a bullish trend, and so we need to just be aware of when we do get a 50% correction at some point from the all-time high, that is likely marking the top, but also marking a trade opportunity, because if you take that 50% and let's say you long it, you wait for it to go 50% down and you long that, you have winners on all of the instances going back to Bitcoin's inception with a minimum gain of 26%. So not too shabby, and an average gain of 100 and a max gain of 270. So that's also a good way to look at it too, is it's a opportunity for a El Traderino. But 50% all the way down here at 35. Now, that could change, right? So this could change if, let's say, bulls catch bids here and we go up to new highs. I mean, whatever. If we go to 100K, then obviously 50K is that new level, whatever the case may be. But it's always taken from the previous all-time high. Just wanted to share that because I've been meaning to do that for a little bit. Let's go look at our halving chart real quick, just because, you know, wait, hold on. No, I don't want it to close this chart. We just want to load up a fresh one. I want to load up a freshie. All right, let's get rid of this silly voodoo line here that I drew a long time ago. Probably about the same time I was doing that other post. Anyway, let's see. You can see here, nice consolidation, very easy peasy. Following it, lemon squeezies. Here we are at the halving. Bam, it's happening. It's happening. God dang. Phone is blowing up today. Let's see. Just want to see if we're kind of... Oh, yeah, let me show you all the consolidation periods around the halving. So, again, here's one, 170 days of sideways with a pretty large range, too. You know, we've got about 40% range, 156 days. Here's one, rally real hard, dumped right after the halving, about 38%. Again, how funny. Bitcoin is a creature of habit. Hold on, let's zoom in a little bit on this. And so we have this one here. And it stayed in about that 34% range. Take this wick, and it was about 200 days before it broke out. And it broke out in Christmas time. This one also broke out around Christmas time in the new year. It's usually the summer or like June-ish or Christmas time where big pivot points happen. So, you know, that's kind of interesting. This one was a little bit more. This is like the longest one. And if we take out the big part of Corona dump, because that's definitely an outlier, and we just kind of use most of the structure, it's about 42%. So again, in that 35-40% range. And this one was actually for 455 days, man, before it broke out. And when did it break out? September, October. Wait, hold on. Yeah, September, October, it broke out. So pretty interesting there. That's the longest one by far. And here we are now. Let's just take an average. Let's just say it's 200 days. And are we already in that range? For now, if we take from the tops, and let's add like 38%. Let's just make it that close enough. Oops, not 400 days. I wanted to do 200 days. All right, right around there. Something like that, which puts us all the way at 48K, which is a really, like, super pivot point. Very important price level at 48,000. So if it did go down there, that would be probably an epic buying opportunity for continuation, unless we saw some other stuff like structure getting really broke. I don't necessarily think that that's really in the cards. I think bulls should be stronger here, but you know, given the previous, we're just kind of doing shits and giggles for the last few years or whatever, or a few epochs. I'm sorry. So yeah, but yeah, that would put us at, when is that? Look at that, October. Creature of habit, weirdly enough, where I drew the line of it breaking out. How odd is that? Voodoo, man. It's that voodoo, baby. So why did this just add this? Oh, wait, because I'm on a different chart. Okay. Derp move, 3,000. All right, give me 1 second here. I got to check something. Watching some auction stuff. 1,900. Wow. I'm just watching some auction crap. Dude, that is insanity. The auctions are just stupid high right now. Holy moly, dude. What the H, bruh? What the H, bruh? Let's see. All right, Mama Berry, better hold up here. Another open and close, taking it out. If it closes like this, that would be pretty nasty. We'd be breaching all the structure. We'd be breaching the Tuesday, Wednesday pivot candles, very important level there. And so if that does happen, and let's say tomorrow and Friday, even after the halvening, we are below 62K on dailies, we probably are going to sell off some more. So it is what it is. It's rallied really hard. So hopefully you didn't FOMO and buy up here like a lot of people did. There's plenty of opportunity on this chart to buy way before any of this. I mean, look at this. Breaking out here. Consolidation. Look at all this opportunity right here. Look at all this opportunity right here for 2-3 months. You know, so you had two real good spots. This is FOMO. This is not opportunity buying at all-time highs. Anyway, I'm signing off. Much love, guys. I'll see y'all on Friday. And I'm going to look at what time the halvening is, and I'll probably do a stream right around the halvening. So, much love. I'll see y'all at the end of the week. This is No Noiz. I am Z-Rex. Peace.